Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Emily, and today we're going to be doing my March TBR. But first, we always go over to see how I did the month before. So, I think we all probably know by now. Did I finish my short 7-book TBR? Absolutely not. But did I read 14 books in the month of February? I absolutely did. So, I'm gonna explain myself. Okay, so first, I had a reread. I reread Punk 57, so that was checked off. The next one was male author. Did I read The Blade itself? No, and I'm so mad at myself because I really want to participate in Becca's book club, but I just was not in the mood for fantasy. I read no fantasy the entire month of February. So I switched this one out for Guest by Keelan Patrick Burke, which I read during the 72 Hours in a Haunted House, so that one's checked off. Next is lowest rated, and for that one I had chosen First Warrior 4. Did I read it? No. Will I be unhauling it? Absolutely. Then I had Beautiful Cover, which I had Hidden Gems, which was a poetry collection. Did I read it? Absolutely. And then I had Indie Book, which I had unsold, but I switched it out for Tattered Stars by Catherine Cowles. So that one's checked off, and I'm really mad that I didn't read this one because it was only 3 hours on audiobook listening at the speed I do, and listen, it was just one of those months. And then I had someone's favorite list of 2022. I had Sword Heart or Legends and Lattes. Didn't read either of them. And then the last one was an indie book, which I had picked that time I got drunk and saved a demon. Did I read it? Absolutely not. Go figure. I'm not mad about it. It just means that I'm gonna have 3 punishment rolls and we're just gonna take it. So if you haven't seen my reading update, the reason why my reading and content has just been all over the place is because on April 1st I'm going to be doing my first craft fair, and I've been trying to make some things to sell for this craft fair. So I don't know, I've just been so busy and like stressed out about this, so I'm going to show you a couple things just so you can see what I've been doing. So I've been working on embroidery, so I'm making this Wednesday and Enid window. I'm not done with Wednesday's side. I'm going to put gray all over here. So there's that one. I'm not done with this one, next one, but I have some details left to do. And that's this little balloon animal dog. And then today I've been working on this cross-stitch bookmark, and I ran out of the brown, so after I'm done filling in the pumpkin and some more of this color, I'm gonna have to find something else to do until then. So I'm just embroidery and cross stitch, like that's just what I've been doing. So I apologize for the lack of content or the lack of decent content, because we all know that 72 hours vlog was a piece of crap, but I wanted to put it up because I needed some content, so I am sorry. I hope it doesn't happen again, but I did really enjoy doing my contemporary romance reading vlog. I found a new favorite author and some favorite books, so that one was a plus. But after everything else, it just all went downhill, and I am so sorry. I did get my hair dyed. We dyed it yesterday. It is like this bluish black, and then underneath, I don't even know if you can tell, but this part that looks like normal hair color, kind of, it has like a purple tint to it. We were trying to figure out if I like the purple better or the blue, and unfortunately the purple is not my favorite. And when I get more hair dye, I'm going to cover it up with this dark, like raveny blue black color. Anyway, so February's just been a month, so you know what, it's whatever, we're moving on. So I'm going to go straight to the board and we will go over what I'll be reading in the month of March. Okay, so my board is set up. We've got everything here. You can't see my little playing piece, but it's off to the side here. I've got my dice, and of course it wouldn't be one of my games without a punishment roll, and I have 3 to do. So I'm going to, I'm going to use this, and we're gonna put it next to it. So we're gonna roll the first one, a 5, which is an extra end spot. Okay. Then I'm gonna roll the other 2 together, a 5 and a 4. So I have 2 extra end spots, and I get to skip one. So not too bad. I'll take it. One less punishment. Okay, so I'm going to keep this here so that my dice don't roll all over the place. So we're going to get started. I'm going to roll the first die so that we can try and get one of those. We got a 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is a mood read, so I have to, throughout the month sometime, just have a mood read, which shouldn't be too hard for me at all. Okay, second roll, a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. An indie published book. So I rolled my punishment rolls, and the first 2 were to add an end spot, and the third one was to skip. So I'm happy, 1 less punishment, although that means we're getting 2 end spots. So that's like 3 end spots, I guess. So anyway, we'll get to that at the end. So the first thing I landed on was a mood read, and I will not be telling you what I'm reading for these because they're just going to be a surprise to you and me. And yeah, so next I got indie book, and for this one I'm either going to try and read epilogues for Lost Gods or probably a Catherine Cowles book because I am still feeling romance-y, so it'll be one of those 2. Okay, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. An easy prompt, so pick one, oh sorry, out of here. And it's going to be, title contains the letter. So I'll have to get a random letter generator, and the title will have to contain whatever the letter is. I'll put that one there. So next I landed on an easy prompt or whatever, and that is title contains the letter. So I'm going to put up the random letter generator I did. And that one we landed on title contains the letter N. So for this one, I thought it would be perfect to reread Ninth House. I am super excited because I definitely want to get to Hellbent sometime soon. So Ninth House it is. Okay, next. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. TBR tree. I have been waiting for these. Next, we landed on TBR tree, and I couldn't be happier, and I'm so happy that one of my punishments was to take a TBR treat off because I would have been so sad, but I am so happy to get another TBR treat because I think I would like to get Hellbent so that I can reread Ninth House and then get into Hellbent. So I'm really excited for that. So I think that's what I'm going to do for this TBR treat. I've been wanting to get so many TBR treats, and I just haven't been able to get any new releases because I've been waiting for these treats. So I'm happy to have at least got one. Next, whoops. So 8. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. List. I'm afraid of this one. Let's mix it up real good and pick one. Hopefully it's not a scary one. And that is 13 before 30. Okay, so this one I can do. Next we landed on lists, and this one can be kind of scary, but I was kind of happy that I landed on 13 before 30. So if you don't know, I have my journal here, so I might as well just show you. Maybe if I can actually find it though. Okay, so I have a list of books that I want to read before I turn 30. It says 13 before 30 and there are 16 books, but I wanted to give myself some leeway. So I've already read The Wolf of Obernyarl, which I also need to continue. I didn't read that last month, but I think I'm going to go more fantasy romance, and I think I'm going to be reading From Blood and Ash this month. I have it on audiobook, and I've been listening to a lot of podcasts and some audiobooks while I'm crafting, so I think that'll be good, and I'm really excited to get to it because I'll probably want to binge the whole series, so we're just going with it. I have a mood read if I need to, that I can read another book. Next, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another indie. So next I got an indie book, and I'm really excited for this because I'm giving myself a break, and I decided to pick the prequel novella to Jay Bree's new fantasy romance series coming out, and that's The Scepter. I'm really excited to get to this one. Next, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh god. Okay, so we got shelf 3. So this just means that I'm going to pick a book off of my third shelf. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out here in the next clip what it's gonna be. Okay, so our next roll we landed on shelf 3, bookshelf 3. And I am not mad about it, but I couldn't decide what to do to try and pick something from it, and so I decided to do a random number generator to figure out which of the 5 shelves on that book I should focus on, and I did a random number generator, and it gave me shelf 1. So the next clip you're going to see is me talking to you about my shelf 1, and then I had my Alexa, but it's a different name, but I'm not going to say it because I don't want it to come on. Essentially, I had it pick a number between 1 and 4 to decide what book I am reading, so you're going to see that now. Okay, so here is my shelf 1. These are all the books that are on it, except for the first book, The Kingdom of the Wicked is also supposed to be on here, but it's on my TBR cart, but we're just going to count it. So there are a couple things, like I haven't read the Poppy War series. I've read Hall of Smoke. Oh, there's another book supposed to be up here. Anyway, I started Theft of Swords. I read this bind up, but I haven't continued on. Have not read this. Don't think I want to read it this month. Haven't read this series. I've read all Stalking Jack the Ripper, and I've read Nevernight, but never continued on, but I'd really like to. And of course, Kings of the Wild I have not read. So, what we're going to do is, I'm going to say the Poppy War is 1, Kingdom of the Wicked is 2, Kings of the Wild is 3, and Nevernight is 4, and I'm going to ask my Echo what number, and that'll be whatever I pick. So, Echo, give me a number between 1 and 4.
Here's a number between 1 and 4. It's 1.
Okay, so apparently I'm going to try and read the Poppy War this month. Not sure how I feel about starting another fantasy series, but I've heard a lot of good things about this series, so I guess we'll see. Also, excuse the dust. And of course, it picked The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. And I don't know how to feel about it. I don't want to start another fantasy series, especially another adult fantasy series. But I hear so many good things about this book, and it's so pretty. I might get the audiobook for it, though. I guess tell me if the audiobook's worth listening for this, but I might try to get to this. I might not. I don't know. I'm sad that it kind of picked this one right now. I really wanted the Kingdom of Wicked to win, but I am a glutton for punishment and not picking the things that I really want to read sometimes. But anyway, I am still really excited for this, don't get me wrong. But am I in the mood for a bunch of fantasy? I don't know. 7. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another TBR treat. Yay. Next, I was able to get another TBR treat, and I'm super excited. I'm not sure if I'm going to pick this one or not, but essentially I'd like to get The Spite House, because I think it's Books and Lala's Literally Dead Book Club book pick for March. So I'd really like to get to that one. It sounds interesting, and it looks creepy. So maybe, but we'll see. Next, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, we get to move to the next one right there. We don't have to pick anything for it. Okay, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yay, we hit the end spot. Okay, so if you remember my punishments, I have to add 2 extra end spot rolls, and I also have to do my original one. So we'll start with the original one. 5, and that is a mood read. Okay, we'll do the second one. Another 5, so another mood read. Okay, and the last one, a 2, a hard prompt. Of course, we were doing so well. We didn't have any hard prompts, and now we do. Guess we'll do this one. Title doesn't contain the letter. Okay, so just like my other prompt, title contains letter, this one is a book that doesn't contain whatever random letter gets generated. So could be not hard, could be hard. It just depends on the letter. So I got a transport spot, and I was super excited about it. And then I rolled again, and we got to the end spot. Now, if you remember from the very first, the punishments, I have to have 3 end spot rolls. So let's get into those. So I rolled the end spot 3 times. The first 2 I ended up getting 2 mood reads, so I will not be picking a book right now, which I think the board was trying to be kind, giving me some treats and some mood reads, so I'm happy, but it's also still a lot of books. And then the last one gave me a hard prompt, which I thought we were going to get through one without any hard prompts, but alas. And funny enough, title doesn't contain the letter. So here's a random letter generator. And just love it when I can't pick things that I want. Although this one's not too bad. Anyway, so we ended up with the title doesn't contain the letter P, which shouldn't be too hard. I have 2 picks for this one, so I'm either going to read the next book in the Tattered and Torn series by Catherine Kyle, so I'll either be reading Hidden Waters, or I'll be going towards the more horror-y, thrillery side and reading The Watchers. Now, I still have Kindle Unlimited, so I really do want to read some more Kindle Unlimited books, but so some of those mood reads might be Kindle Unlimited books. We'll see. But essentially, that was my TBR. I don't know if there's going to be any readathons going on in the month of March, so I don't know what kind of vlogs or theme vlogs I will be doing. I will be pretty busy this month, but I did have one of you guys ask if I could do a video or like let you guys know what my prompts are for my TBR game, and so I would like to get that video out this month. I know that sometimes people have a hard time coming up with like prompts for their TBR games, and I figured I have made so many TBR games that I figured I would go through all the prompts that I've come up with or have gotten from other people's games and like just mixed together or expanded on or use different words or whatever. So stay tuned for that video. I'm actually kind of excited to film that video because then I can show off all my pretty TBR tiles again, just to show you what I have made, and also I'll be going over all the prompts that I have for my TBR tiles maze game. So yeah. Other than that, I hope you liked this video. Like it down below if you did. Comment letting me know what are you most excited to read this month, and subscribe if you want to. I'd greatly appreciate it. And until my next video, I will see you guys again soon. Bye!